What's up, Bears fans? I'm going to be pretty active on social media this offseason. Haven't done as much as of late, especially on Instagram. I want to get that back going again. Might even do some IG lives in my free time. So give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, same handle, at HGramNFL. On both platforms, we'll have the link in the description and in the comments. And DM me if you want a follow back. I'll try to follow back as many of you guys as I can. Kind of first come, first serve. So if you want to follow back, DM me, be like, hey, just followed you. Give me a follow back. We can interact, have a lot of fun. So follow me on social for more Bears content. What up, Bears fans? Welcome into Bears Now by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is gearing up for what should be a great weekend. We got the latest Bears rumors to get to, a little three-pack roundup here. So let's go ahead and jump on in as the Smokin' Jays are back for a second straight day. Are the Bears getting calls on the number one pick? I almost went for Smokin' Jays, just 3. I do think it's pretty likely, if not very likely, that they are getting calls on the number one pick. Now, are they getting formal offers? Tougher to say. It sounds like they could be, though. DaBearsBlog, who, if you remember, he was kind of all over the coaching and GM search last season. He says that 2 teams have floated offers for the number one pick with the Bears. He also mentioned that it wasn't the Texans or the Colts. So if you're already getting other teams beyond them showing interest for the top pick, that's pretty intriguing and pretty valuable. And obviously, as we have discussed, there are several QB-needy teams in this draft, as Ryan Poles kind of holds the cards to this draft with the number one pick and with the team that's not going to draft the quarterback. Here's what DaBearsBlog had to say in further detail. He said, haven't tweeted much, but here's 2 things for you. Number 1, Fields didn't become the guy last week. He became that guy in November. The whole building loves him, and they should. Remember, kind of mid-late October through November is when he and the Bears offense went on that crazy run, and we were like, yeah, they may have a guy here. Number 2 teams have already floated offers for the first pick. Neither is the Texans or the Colts. Will be fun. Number 1, just to hit on that first bullet point, if it hasn't been clear, Fields is sticking around, at least for 23. He's going to be the starting quarterback here. They're going to build around him, give him a chance to really prove he can be that guy long term. I think he's already shown a lot. I think DaBearsBlog has nailed it. I do think that the building likes him. Now, if next year he flatlines or takes a step back, then you reevaluate, but he will be the guy. Now, back to bullet point number 2, which is 2 teams have floated offers. So you look at kind of some QB-needy teams in the top 20 here. Well, if it's not Houston and Indianapolis, how about the Raiders? Tom Brady's no longer in the mix. He has retired. They could be a team that wants to move up. Atlanta's a dark horse. They may roll with Ritter next year. We'll see. I think Carolina's a team. We'll talk about them in a second. The Jets seem all in on trying to trade for Aaron Rodgers. We'll see what happens there. The Commanders at 16, maybe. Bucks could be a team at 19. Obviously, they would have to pay a ton to go from 19 to number 1. I do want to mention Carolina here at number 9. I think they're a team that is increasingly likely to move up in this draft because I think their new head coach, Frank Wright, wants to find his guy in Carolina. Why? Well, because in Indianapolis, he dealt with the GM and Chris Ballard that kept giving him Band-Aid quarterbacks, one-year guys, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan. There was never any continuity there. I think he wants to get his guy, so they're going to evaluate this quarterback class, and if they like a guy enough, they could jump from 9 to 1, which the Bears would get a haul for to drop to the number 9 pick. Someone also guessed to DaBearsBlog on Twitter, like, what about, I think he said Vegas and Carolina, whoever tweeted at him, and he said, what about that club in Nashville picking 11? So to me, he's kind of dropping a tease, a hint. The Titans could be a team that moves up. I think they're a dark horse. Listen, when Malik Willis had to play this year, he looked lost. I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance to be a guy in the future, but he does not look ready to be a starting quarterback in this league. Ryan Tannehill's injuries have piled up. They could get out of his contract this offseason. So Tennessee, that could be a team to watch out for as well, especially with the new GM in place. Now, who is excited for the NFL draft? Type me if you are down in the comments below. Listen, the trade chatter is going to continue to increase. I, for one, cannot wait. Type me in the comments if you can't wait for the NFL draft. And also, subscribe to the channel because remember, once we reach 60,000 subscribers, we will do a live fan-led mock draft. I think we're less than 400 subs away from 60K. So, hey, listen, as soon as we get there, the next live show we do is going to feature a live fan-led mock draft where we'll mirror one of the mock draft simulators, and you guys will go pick by pick. You guys can make the picks. We can make some trades. It'll be a lot of fun. So let's get to 60,000, and we'll do that live fan-led mock draft. All right, rumor number 2 on today's Bears Rumors Roundup. How about signing Jakobi Meyers, the free agent to be wide receiver out of New England? I'll go 2 smoking Jays. People are talking. I definitely think he is a guy that Ryan Poles could have interest in. This origin is from Bleacher Report, as they predicted that the Bears would sign Meyers. One of the top receivers in a limited free agent pool. You've got Odell Beckham, Juju Smith-Schuster. I still think Michael Thomas enters that pool. I think the Saints will cut him. But you kind of run into the same issue. He's a good player. I think he's a 2, 3, kind of, middle of the pack number 2, really, really good number 3. He's not a number 1, though. He is a starting caliber player, but he's not a number 1, and that is what you lack. I do think he's a good player. 800 yards, 6 touchdowns, average of 12 yards per catch. Now, unfortunately for him, this past year, he's most known for that just debacle in Las Vegas where he threw the ball backwards and they lost in regulation. If you don't know what play I'm talking about, Google Jakobi Meyers Raiders. You will find it. But as a pure receiver, he is solid. The problem is you plug him in here, it's like, okay, you've got like 3 number 2s and 3s with Darnell, Mooney, Chase Claypool, and Jakobi Meyers. They all do a little bit different things. Now, if you don't have a true number 1, 3 number 2s isn't bad. I just want to get that number 1 guy, man. Like, I'd rather go get a DeAndre Hopkins or, try to draft someone that could be a number 1. Depends on price for me. Meyers doesn't solve the issue of a lack of a number 1 receiver, like I said. He could help. I do think he would help. But you may also have to overpay. Like, do you overpay for a number 2 or 3? Do you give him, like, fringe number 1 money? I don't know. Like, what if Jakobi Meyers wants $18 million a year? Like, I'm not paying that if I am the Chicago Bears. What do you guys think? Should the Bears sign Jakobi Meyers? Type S for sign, P for pass. I'm probably capping at like $12 million a year for him. Anything beyond that feels a little bit too steep. S for sign or P for pass. Now, Super Bowl Sunday is just over a week away, and the prop bets are always fun to bet on. So get an account with BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. Use our promo code BEARDOWN to get a 125% deposit bonus. Listen, it's almost a pick 'em here. Eagles 1-point favorites. The over-under is 50. Should be an instant classic between the Chiefs and Eagles. Hopefully the Bears are in this game sooner rather than later. There's tons of prop bets available at BetUS. Chatsports.com/Bears, promo code BEARDOWN. Put that $100. They will give you $125 for free. If you're feeling confident about this game or about some over-under props, go check out BetUS. All right, third and final story here. Aaron Rodgers, is he leaving Green Bay finally this offseason? I'm going to go 3 smoking Jays. I think it's more likely than it's not. Now, it's not a guaranteed, and we've been here before the last couple of off seasons when we thought this was possible, but it does feel different this time around. Aaron Rodgers hopped on Pat McAfee the other day and basically said there's conversations going on in the building that I'm not a part of, which is, I think he said, which is interesting, as in to imply like they're not keeping me in the loop with what they want to do. There's that report out there from Adam Schefter that the Packers would prefer to move on. I have a reason of why I think they would do that, which I will explain in a minute. And I do think there are 2 teams that really stick out to me as teams that want him. The Jets and the Raiders. Let's talk about the Jets first. Tony Pauline of Pro Football Network reported this on Thursday, saying one source said that Jets general manager Joe Douglas is admitting to people in the league that the Jets franchise will go all out in the attempt to bring Aaron Rodgers to Gang Green. So you've got that going on. You've also got this, if you can see this, Las Vegas locally, there was a report out there that Aaron Rodgers is buying a house in Vegas, and Davante Adams, his former teammate, was doing a Q&A on social media, and someone asked him, what neighborhood is Aaron Rodgers moving to? And he said, mine. So that's interesting. Also, our guy here at Chat Sports, Mitchell Renz, who covers the Raiders on the Raiders Report, tweeted out something. I actually can't read that on my screen here. If the Raiders try to trade for Rodgers, yada, 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 he's going to go live for 12 hours. Davante Adams liked that tweet. He's trying to get Rodgers to Vegas, in my opinion. He's trying to bring his buddy old pal to Las Vegas. And the reason I think the Packers want to move on is I think they want to evaluate Jordan Love. There's a report out there, too, that they feel like he took a big leap this year in practice, and in those limited reps when he came in, I think against the Eagles, he looked pretty good. I think that they're thinking, okay, we took a first-round pick on this guy 3 years ago, and if we don't evaluate him now, it's now or never. So I think the Rodgers thing has run its course. Doesn't mean there's no chance he returns to Green Bay. I do think there is. But I would say it's about 70% chance he's gone. I think he either goes to a different team. I'm less confident that he'll retire. I think his ego's too big to enter the Hall of Fame the same year as Tom Brady because Brady's going to get all the attention. But I do think that he is likely going to leave Green Bay, which is great news for Chicago. If you want Aaron Rodgers to be done in Green Bay, type FGB. Get him out of here. Type FAR as well. We don't need to see Aaron Rodgers anymore. Ship him to the Jets, the Raiders. I don't give a damn. I just don't want him in the NFC North anymore. So spam FGB FAR in the comment section. All right, guys, it's going to do it for today's Rumors Roundup. Remember, follow me on social media. It's at HGramNFL on Instagram and on Twitter. If you DM me, I'll get to as many of you guys as I can to follow you back. I will try to do so, and you can always ask me your questions over there. So hit me up at HGramNFL.